morning. Oh, shoot. Good afternoon. Good evening. Whenever you're watching this, know that I appreciate you. It's Friday. It's Friday morning. And I'm tired. Didn't sleep that great last night. But it's Friday, August 24th, I think, yeah, 24th. And it's Friday. I'm excited. It's the last day of my Monday through Friday work week. I do not have to work this evening, which I was surprised by because I thought I did. But I looked at my calendar last night and I do not. So I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it because I needed that. But I go back tomorrow. I go back to work tomorrow and Sunday. My sister-in-law is here. She came in yesterday. And my husband is all kinds of excited. I mean, I'm glad she's here too, because it's what he really needed. And we're always traveling to Chicago. So to have her come this way, we were glad about. But she's complaining about the heat. Oh my gosh, she called the heat disrespectful. Which it can be at times. It absolutely can be at times. But when you're not used to this and then you're all of a sudden thrown into it, yeah. So we took a little adventure yesterday because the husband wanted her to see some mansions that are near us that we stumbled upon last year. And there are quite a few down a couple of different streets. I shouldn't have come this way. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, there are quite a few that are down a couple of different streets in our area. And we're explorers. Oh, come on. We are absolutely explorers. And I more so than he. And we just saw a street one day and we're like, let's go down this street. And we did, and we took the street and turned a corner, and we were surrounded by mansions. So we took her there yesterday so she could see, and then we showed her how quickly you come up out of them. And they're actually building some new houses right around there, but they're not going to be as large as the mansions are. We just noticed that. Well, we knew that they were building, but we didn't realize what they were building, and we saw yesterday that they're building smaller houses back there. I'm sure there'll be luxury, but they won't be as big as the homes that are back there. They're not. You can tell from the framework. Several of the houses are already framed up, so you can tell from the framework that they won't be big houses. They'll just be really nice houses. But anyway, so we took her there, and then we took her on a nice little drive because she wanted some Bluebell ice cream. Hashtag not sponsored by the Bluebell Ice Cream Company at all. But we took her, she wanted to go get some ice cream, so we took her for a nice little drive to go find some Bluebell. We could have taken her right to the Albertsons, it's right down the street from us. But the husband wanted her to see some of the area. So we went in the opposite direction, and she saw some other really nice luxury homes. And we got her to the grocery store, and she complained the whole time about the heat. the whole time. Come on, y'all. We got people trying to cut in because they didn't want to sit in a long line of people that are turning. So they went into the straight lane instead of getting into the turn lane, and now they're trying to invade the turn lane. Which for the most part I don't have a problem, but when you're causing the possibility of, this is too high. See, I turn this radio down and then I forget that it's not all the way down, so I don't hear it until I stop talking. So but anyway, so yeah, we drove her through this other little area that has some nice homes to get to the grocery stores for her to get her ice cream, and she complained the whole way. I mean, the entire way. And at some points I did have the air on, but because the car is still not 100%, having the air on at certain points caused a problem. Especially when we were doing the hills, it caused a problem. So at some points we had to have the air off. But yeah. So she's here. She brought us our hoagies from Chicago and our Garrett's popcorn. And sorry, I still have half of my hoagie, so I'll be having that for lunch. And there's still plenty of Garrett's popcorn. My stomach is all of a sudden upset. I don't know why. So I'll be having, like I said, the other half of my hoagie for lunch and enjoying that. So yeah, today I hope will be an amazing day. I pray it will be an amazing day. I got to speak with someone yesterday that I'm looking at as my spiritual mentor, so that I can get the download that I need. Because as I was saying to them, and I know that I'm just rambling, but I'm kind of just giving a synopsis of my day yesterday as I normally do. And it just, several things happened yesterday. But anyway, so I'm praying that today is a great day. And that led me to thinking about the fact that I did talk with with someone that I'm looking at as a spiritual mentor. We've not yet put that label on it yet. We've not yet put that label on it. We talked about it. We talked yesterday about it. She wanted to know what it was that I was looking for and where I was in this journey, and I explained all of that to her. She had me read a book, and I read the book, and it's a very good book. I read the book, and when I say very good, I mean it served its purpose for me. It served its purpose for me. I got some insight on what it means to be a spiritual mentor and what it means to be a spiritual mentee. What you should look for in both aspects, what you should expect in both aspects, and if you get something less than that, then you may not be in the right mentor-mentee relationship. So we talked about some of the points in the book that stood out for us, and I wish I could remember the name of it right now. I believe it's Apostolic Mentorship, and there's a subtitle, but I can't remember what the subtitle is right now. And it's written by Apostle Teresa Johnson, if I'm not mistaken. But I'll double check that and put it in the comments. I'll put it in the description below. But yeah, so she and I talked about that, and we agreed that we would just leave it and on a day-by-day kind of basis, because she is a very active person. She is a prophetess, and she has her own ministry, but she's also a playwright, and now she's writing a movie script for her play. So she is very busy, just as the other mentor is that I had before. But there's a difference between the two. One was older, this one is younger. And the older one had her hands, I mean, all 10 of her fingers are in something different. And this one, she has her hands in a few things, but it's not as much, because the few things that she has her hands in require a lot more of her attention. And she has, I guess, figured out how to prioritize properly so that she's not spread too thin, which is why she doesn't want us to commit to anything right now. She wants us just to kind of feel it out a little bit first, to see if this is what we really want from one another. And then her concern was that I would be in the same situation as I was with the one prior, where she just didn't have the time. The mentor that I had before just didn't have the time to give to me. And so she also questioned how I felt about it being a long distance situation. And I told her that wasn't an issue with me, because the bottom line is, if I needed to call her and she's unavailable, that would be the same as if I were right there with her in the same city. If you're unavailable, you're unavailable. I don't necessarily have to see you face to face, but then also the way that technology is set up, if I needed to see her face to face, I can always, do that. So technology is beautiful. So yeah, so we talked about that thing. She did ask about, that sunrise is gorgeous. I wish I could turn it around for you all, but I can't. Sunrise is gorgeous right now. She talked about my organization and what my intent behind my organization is, and I explained that to her, and she wanted to know where I wanted to take that to a degree. She wanted to know, she didn't want, intense details, but she did want to know what my intent behind it was and when I got it started, so I explained all that to her. And then she wanted to know about my current spiritual connections or previous spiritual connections, so I gave her a little bit of insight on that. So yeah, we had some really good, it's 7:03. I've been late for work almost every day this week, if not every day this week, which is not something that I normally do. And yes, I do consider being 3 minutes late, because my clock-in time is 7 o'clock in the a.m. I should be at my desk. So I'm not happy with the fact that I am late. So yeah, yesterday was good. Had some really good conversation. I had a really good conversation with her, and happy that my sister-in-law is here. The husband is really trying to do so much with her in the short period of time that we have, but we honestly aren't going to be able to do that much because both of us have to work this weekend. Well, no, I have to work. He does not. He reminded me last night he doesn't have to work this weekend. But I have to work this weekend, and I'm the one that does the majority of the driving, and that's not going to be possible for them this weekend. But yeah, my child may have an interview soon for a job, which is really needed because she needs something to do. Oh gosh. But okay, I'm parked. My bags are ready for me to go. Peace and blessings. Remember to walk in your purpose and know that I do truly appreciate you.